Hey guys, this is a new show alert. We are going to be recapping season 2 of Queen of the Universe, guys. So this is a new show. Let's get into it. I love all things that comes with drag. So anything RuPaul does, I'm definitely going to cover it. So let's get into a recap. This is going to be a recap of episode 1. It's called Bigger Hits, Glossier Lips, and Massive Tits, y'all. So that's a spicy little title. You can watch Queen of the Universe on Paramount Plus. So they don't pay me to promote, but I'm letting you guys should definitely take in consideration to watching this show. So if you like American Idol, if you love singing, then this show is definitely for you. So let's get into it. We have our first contestant, Miss Tyga Brava, and she is representing Cancun, Mexico. So let's keep an open mind. Let's get into this. My favorite part for any music show is seeing people who think they can sing. So with this show, it's a little bit different because we have a set of 10 contestants and they are pulled from around the world. So they can sing. They were chosen for a reason. It's just I just wish that this was an opportunity for not only experienced singers to participate, but for also those, who want to participate but can't necessarily sing. I would love for a good laugh. I would live for a good laugh. We do have our hosts. This is gonna be our judges. So our judges gonna be Mel B, Trixie Mattel. We have Vanessa Williams and Michelle Visage, and then we have Graham Norton as the host of the show. So in the previous season we had Leona Lewis, but I guess she's not gonna be in for season 2, or maybe we'll have a surprise and see her later down the line. So let's get into this first person, Tyga. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Your name Tiaga Brava. So she, as I mentioned before, she's representing Cancun, Mexico, and she has been doing drag for only 2 years. This is a baby, 2 years, but I'm impressed by the level of makeup. So that was quite impressive. But 2 years in drag, that is so small compared to the queens that I'm familiar with who've been doing this since forever, forever, forever. But we learned a little bit about Tyga. And the thing is that with her, she has been performing since she was young. So she is not new to performance. Her father did notice a little difference with his son and didn't necessarily support it. So he had to repress a lot of his creativity, his performance. But now he is out and about and ready to perform. She will be singing Everything I Wanted. So that's a Billie Eilish song. So we're gonna see how she does. And as I said to you before, I like when they're not so talented, but it's okay. I could get into it. So the song at first is so beautiful. You could tell that she has great range. I was most impressed when she was started speaking in Spanish, because when she was speaking singing in English, I was like, okay, it's another cover of a Billie Eilish song. But what really made it her own is when she started singing in Spanish. I was so impressed by that. I was like, oh my God. And it still sounded so beautiful. So I thought she should just perform in Spanish, okay? So I thought she had so much power, so much strength when she started singing in Spanish. But the thing is, I wanted more performance. I felt like she was a little bit stiff. So I wanted to see more performance, more live action, more movement and ownership of the stage. So when it came to the critiques, I thought overall the judges were all super nice. We don't necessarily have a main judge. Michelle Visage is not a main judge. So the critiques first goes as follows. Mel B, she was a little bit nervous with the song choice because it's not a song that you can necessarily show off your skill set, but she did love, as I even mentioned to her, singing in another language. Now, Vanessa Williams, she took note of the power that Tyga had in her voice, and she enjoyed that. Now, Trixie Mattel wanted a different song for a more impactful moment. So here is a good opportunity for her to take this feedback, and when she comes back, or if she gets past this round, make better decision and choice of what song she wants to showcase to the judges. Okay. Now, Michelle Visage, she also agrees with Trixie. And but she does mention that her speaking in Spanish, singing in Spanish, she sounded more powerful or more impactful. So I think that's a good little note that Tiger could have for her moving forward in this competition. I was okay with her performance. I would give it at 7.9, I wasn't wild. I was mostly wild when she started singing in Spanish, but I think if she had a different song choice and more stage presence, that would take her to the next level and further on in this competition. Now, next we have Trevor Ashley, and she is representing Sydney, Australia. Okay, she's our Aussie. She's our Aussie. She is so much fun. She has so much personality. She always wanted to be the leading lady, and she has been doing drag for 21 years, so she is not new to this. She was made for this, so I was excited to see what she's gonna showcase. So she's ready to compete, y'all, and she is singing "Get the Party Started." I would have said it's by Pink, but Michelle Visage will say otherwise. But I did love Trevor's take on this song. She was giving everything I wanted. She was giving stage presence. She was giving vocals. She was giving range. She owned that stage. It wasn't owned by RuPaul. It was owned by Trevor Ashley. Okay, so she was super engaging. I love her stage presence, and she got a standing ovation from Trixie and Mel B, as she should. Okay. So I was really happy with her performance. Now, Vanessa Williams says that she loved the style that she was singing and that her voice was super creative. So this queen, she's is setting the bar for the competition, y'all. She's setting the bar for the competition. Trixie Mattel said that she loved how beautiful she looked and the overall performance. Everyone seemed to like her style, and that Mel B said that the other competition should take notes. Like, this is a star. So I was like, ooh, we have our, for me, the who's at the first spot, who's leading in this in this Queen of the Universe competition for me. She is the one to look out for. Next, we have Miss Strata. Miss Strata is representing Tel Aviv, Israel. And she says that singing is a part of her DNA. So I'm like, what a great show to be on, so we could see that. I want to know for sure. We did get a little sneak peek because before they perform their individual performance, we get to see the queen get on the stage with all the queens and do a little part, a little snippet, and I did like the sound of her voice. So let's get into her performance. Okay, so Miss Strata, she's gonna be singing uh Diva, which was a Eurovision hit by Donna. Okay, so when she started singing, I was so shocked, so surprised. Miss Strata, her voice was giving. It was so heavenly. I was so wowed. It was so different. And the judges were gagged as much as I was. I thought that her performance was so unexpected. The only thing I would say is that her overall package, I feel like her look could be a little bit more refined. I felt like I wasn't into too much of her look. Okay, so Trixie said that her voice has multiple personality disorders and she loves it. So I would love to see what other songs that she will sing. I'm so excited to see Miss Strata sing. So Vanessa Williams said that it made her feel, which is what you want your voice to do, which is very impactful. That means she picked the right song and she performed the heck out of it. So she should be proud of it. Now Michelle Visage, she's made a note about her outfit, which I agree, and her makeup needs improvement. So yeah, she does. She does need to improve her image, I would say. I feel like the voice is there, it's just the image has to be worked on. Now, Mel B, she also agreed that the voice didn't match the energy. And I think that Miss Strato, she has to work on her package and how she delivers. A little bit of background about Miss Strata. She comes from military. So I'm hoping that she's not too rigid, too caught up with herself, to not take this feedback and improve. So I look forward to that. But overall, the critiques from all the people so far has been fair. I would have rated Miss Strata high, an 8, 8.5. 8.5. I feel like she has to work on her image and her packaging. Now we get Viola. Viola is representing country UK. So she's our UK queen. And she's just a baby. She's been doing drag for only 2 years, y'all. 2 years is so little. Such a short amount of time. So she's a baby. She started in drag when it was lockdown. So I just want to see what this makeup is about to give. But she says that she comes from a family of musicians. And so when she was performing, I was ready to critique and ready to judge. But man, oh man, I was super, super impressed. Not only did she sing, but she also played an instrument. And I'm like, that's a leg up on the competition. So she is singing Lay Me Down by Sam Smith, which is a difficult song to sing, y'all. You need to have a voice to do that. Okay. So she is playing a musical instrument. She's like a play like a violin. And when she started singing, I thought her voice was so melodic. Melodic. Okay. It was giving melody. Okay. And her parents was there. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Ooh, my sneeze almost took me out. So her parents was there and they were so supportive and they were like smiling at their kid, which, made me feel away because I love to see parents supportive of their kids' dreams and visions, even though it's not so traditional. So Trixie Mattel was tearing up, like her voice was so angelic. So how could you not? Now, the feedback from Mel B is that she enjoyed the performance and she says it's definitely a yes. And I'm like, girl, you're not on X Factor. There's no yes to this. So, anywho, Michelle Visage, she loved how the parents were super supportive. And she was so proud of his makeup and that seeing Sam Smith is no easy feat. So that's kudos to this queen who's been doing drag for 2 years, but she's been performing all her life. Okay. So Vanessa Williams says that she loved that he comes from a musical education background because the arts are so underrated, always being defunded. And she liked that, see, this is the product of people supporting the arts. And I felt so proud for Viola in that moment because she's like competition now. I'm like, woo. So I would say I would give her a 9.5 because I didn't like her outfit per se. I feel like her outfit was giving, beyond her years. I feel like she should dress like her, more of her age, more of her style, I would say. So that would be my only feedback. But when it comes to her singing, her talent, that's not to be disputed. So I gave her a 9.5. So moving on, we have Giselle Royale representing Orlando, Florida. And I like that they didn't even say representing United States of America. She's representing Orlando, Florida. Florida is its own thing, okay? It's its own thing, okay? Its own entity. So Giselle Royale, when I saw her, I was like, wow, she is beautiful. She is stunning. I could just look at her. I could just look at her. She looks so stunning, and the competition is like, whoop. I thought she was so beautiful, so stunning. And y'all, she was talking, but I was just mesmerized. And of course, she comes from the pageant world, so that's not a shocker. And so she is ready to sing and showcase other talents that she has. So I was so excited to see her perform. She came out in this stunning, stunning, stunning yellow dress, which suit her skin color so beautifully. So I was wondering, does the voice match? And it does. She sings so beautifully. She chose to sing Adele's song. What's that song? What's that song name? It's one of her recent songs. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. It's called Easy on Me by Adele. So I heard her sing. I'm like, okay, this one's gonna be here for a long time. She's gonna be here for a minute. Now, Michelle Visage, she loved her look. She loves that pageant look, that elegance that comes to it. I just love that face was beat down. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So not only was her face gorgeous, but her lungs were also super gorgeous. So I am in love. Trixie Mattel feels bad for everyone else who has to compete with this young lady. I do too as well. And the whole competition is just looking at her like, ooh, that's the whole package. So I gave her a 10. I gave her a 10. Vanessa thought she was beautiful. Now Mel B was the only hater in the room. And it's because, she's representing the London girlies. And she says that you don't come here in London singing Adele because you know how they're gonna feel about it. But I felt like she was really hating on it. Like, Mel B, stop. She did a great job. So she felt like, if you're gonna do Adele, you have to make it more your style because you can't sing better than Adele. And I was like, ooh, the drama, but I gave her a 9. No, not 9. I gave her a 10. If you want to be picky, I would love to see her do another song. But I thought her performance, her look, she was the whole package. So why not a 10? She was the 10 for the first night. So whatever Mel B got to say, it's whatever. But I do think that, she did a really great job. So we get scary news, of course, from Miss Mel B. She lets everyone know there's a $250,000 on the line. And tonight, there'll be 2 queens eliminated. Not just one, but two. But two. However, the first queen is gonna be eliminated right now, and we get a to be continued situation. So I'm wondering who's gonna be eliminated. I think, my opinion, it should be Taika Bravo representing Cancun, Mexico, because I feel like she has a lot more work to do. She's been doing drag for 2 years, but there's a lot work that she can do. We didn't get much to see from her singing in English. She chose to sing in English, but she also sung in Spanish. So I think that maybe she'll be the one to go if it has to be elimination right now. But who knows? Who do you guys think? So I look forward to recapping this season of Queen of the Universe. So let's get into the controversy. And what do you guys think? I want to know down in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to be eliminated? Who are your faves? What did you guys think overall with the performances? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, share as much kindness as possible. Bye, guys.